Boom. There we go. But if you zoom out, that's even better. All right, beautiful. So my best friend just called me, Shane, and probably from the audio that I played at the start of this video, but I will play it now. Essentially, I called him earlier on today to give him some gratitude, and he's someone that I met throughout this year, throughout the start of this year. I did the same thing with Tyler. Also did the same thing with Ben as well, and a couple of my other friends. But something that's been on my mind recently is I need to take better care of my network. not not network, but just like even stop using that term network, right? Stop using that term. I need to take better care of my friends. That's what's on my mind right now. The reason why I say that is because I have a very bad history when it comes down to texting people. I'm extremely horrible at texting people, like getting back to people immediately. I'm extremely horrible at that. The idea that I'm proposing that I do moving forward, which is actually what I got from um, John D. Rockefeller. He would have a book or like a Rolodex with all of the numbers ever of either the most richest people that he's just met or just straight up just people in his life. And it would have their name, their number, and also something that they talked about recently. I found that so interesting that he went through that much care and that much diligence to take that down, take that information down, and be diligent with it and be proactive with it, calling them up and being like, hey, for instance, like he would just call them up and be like, hey, Michael, like how's the kids, like how are the wife and kids? How are the wife and kids, Michael? They doing good. He would do something like that. And it is no surprise why John D. Rockefeller is, and the Rockefeller name on a whole is known, is associated with being extremely prominent in business and extremely successful because he took time to major in the major things, to major in the things that that would actually move his business forward. So that's something that I want to do. It's something that I really, really want to do. So what I'm actually gonna do, I'm buying two packs of journals off of Amazon. I'm gonna use one for actually journaling. The other one I'm going to use to take down different pieces of information on people. So we have one which is going to, how I'm thinking about it, since I do want to know a lot about different people. I want to be able to fill up at least 5 pages. So like have their name, their number, their Instagram, if they have a YouTube channel, their email is really important as well. And underneath that, I would just write the things that they like, what they're into, the industry that they're in, um, maybe something significant that's happened in their life, something that's going on right now, what we last spoke about, if it was like the first call, the last call, something significant that they put out there. And what I'm hoping to do with that is to not just commit what everybody's telling me to memory, but also have it down on pen and paper. So on like a Saturday, a Monday, a Friday, I can just like look over it and just be like, huh, I haven't talked to George in a long time. Or man, it's been like a week since George and I have talked. Okay, let me go over this. Let me like see like what my notes are from the last time the both of us spoke. What did he say specifically? What is he into right now? I can ask him how his business is going, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build a relationship with that person. I want to build a relationship with that person. I want to build a connection with that person. The reason I'm doing that is because number one, I'm a very antisocial person. I need to get better at that. But also I want to see how can I serve them. And if I can't serve them, how can I be just like a little bit of a motivation to them? How can I help? How can I keep them motivated? If I can't serve them in a way of just like, helping them out with business, getting them to get connected with another person, then that's okay. That's 100% okay. But if I can help that person in a way where it is, I can motivate them, I can get them to have a better business, to get them better contacts, or get them someone that's going to fix a business problem of theirs, that would just be amazing. And they're just like, yo, Vaughn, like, he hooked me up. And then they associate me with that. Another reason why I want to do something like that is because there is this line from How to Win Friends and Influence People, which is, people will genuinely care about you when you show them that you genuinely care about them. And this is good people. This is good people. Broken, I won't say broken people, but people who have a lot of trauma as well, unresolved and unhealed trauma, who don't necessarily have good hearts. They don't really care how good you treat them. Right? There are some people like that in the world. They will respect you off of how mean you are to them, how nonchalant you are of them, how detached you are of them, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. You just need to know how to deal with different people and different personality types. That's perfectly fine. You can't deal with everybody the same way, right? You can't deal with everybody the same way, and that's perfectly fine. Some people need a different side of you, and that's okay. What's not okay is not texting somebody for like 5 weeks and then coming back with a very basic message of like, hey, how are you? I don't want that. I want, when I text somebody moving forward, for me to say something along the lines of, hey Michael, it's been exactly 5 weeks, 4 days, and 12 hours since we last spoke. And the last time we did speak, you said that you were having some issues with finding the right closer, the right business person, the right partner for your business. Is that still a problem? Because I may have a couple people that you might be interested in talking to. And then boom, making that connection. That's in a business sense. If it's in a more personal sense, just be like, hey, Michael, like, it's been like a couple of weeks since we've talked. Like, the last time we did speak, that you did say that you were trying your best to, you're aiming for this goal. Like, how's that going for you right now? You know, just showing genuine interest, remembering what that person said, and then applying it to the conversation. I want to do that because this year taught me how much it is, how like beneficial it is to have people who you genuinely care about in your corner, but also who genuinely care about you through what you've shown them. Ben is that exact person, and he's probably going to watch this video as well. Probably not all the way because he's a very busy person, but Ben is that person for me. I met him at the start of the year, and it was just like, I wouldn't say that I solved all of his problems, I didn't, but when it came down to rapid execution, helping him solve some things in sales, in certain systems and that type of stuff, helping him create organization, I was that person. Like, for a couple of months, like, I was that person. I was helping those guys out so much, and I loved each and every second of it because it gave me purpose and it gave me direction. That's something that man needs. But now I'm working for him like full time, and I love it. If it wasn't for him, I don't believe that I would have even considered fitness coaching. I don't believe that I would have even considered it. If it wasn't for him, I do not believe that I would have considered myself good enough to be a fitness coach. If it wasn't for him, I don't believe that I would have changed my heart posture around helping people and viewing it more as how can I serve this person. Ben taught me that. He also taught me patience, taught me good leadership as well, taught me culture. He's accumulated an amazing culture inside his company, and he's still accumulating it today, and I'm extremely proud of him for that. But back to the main topic. I want to have that Rolodex, and by the end of next year, I want to have that Rolodex be at least, including the free people that I have contacts for right now, at least 12 people. At least. So we're talking about like 9 extra. contacts that I need to get by next year, which is doable. It's doable if I put myself in the right positions, if I help people the way that I'm supposed to, if I position myself as someone who is genuinely willing to help another person because I am, and that's what I want, then I can get that. I can definitely 100% get that, and I can help those people. I can help those 9 extra people. Imagine that. So, yeah. Yeah. This is all just going for a lesson of just saying that I'm about to be 22 next year, and I feel old. I feel like I'm behind in life. I just got off Bible study, and it's like, I could know all of these people. Like, that's one of the main things that went through my mind. I could know all of these people if I wanted to. I just need to go ahead and do it. I want to, and I am going to. And by God's grace and His mercy and His love, I will, and by Him keeping me alive, praying to God that He does, I want to be able to do that next year. To be able to say that I helped 9 people next year. That is by far my biggest goal. Like 9 extra people. I want to be able to say that I helped those people, that I actually helped them make new connections in business, help them either it be with like their fitness, help to motivate them a little bit more. Like, I want to be able to say that I did that, and to me that would be such an amazing goal to have, and such an amazing goal to hit. I can actually like make 3 different videos tonight because I have like 200 gigabytes of extra storage, which is great. But yeah, this is just from my side of things. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. If you're a young person who's in business, or who's trying to level up themselves and have better contacts, I definitely recommend that you start keeping a physical journal, a physical diary on the people that you come in contact with, and not just commit to memory. Because we are humans. If you're an extremely ambitious person like me, memory about someone comes in one ear, goes in the next by the time you're done talking to them. Obviously, as a closer, as a sales rep, I've trained myself to remember specific like key things about someone. But as a human being, I still do make mistakes. I still do forget. And I know this by speaking with a lot of ambitious people that it's the same case for them. They will forget some things about someone. They will forget like some like detail, some very important detail. That's just how we are as people. To negate that, the best thing that you can do if you know that you have a poor memory is to start writing things down, committing it to paper so it can be committed to your memory. That's one of the main things that I want you to do moving forward. Another thing, as a young, ambitious person, someone who feels called to the kingdom, who feels called to do work for the kingdom on a monumental scale, on a scale of serving people for a business, for sales, whatever it might be, if you feel that calling, it is beneficial for you to do something like this. Because when you're dealing with people, and when you have that calling, and you're acting on it daily, monthly, weekly, hourly, you're going to come across people who God will place in your life. For example, for me, it was Shane, Tyler, and Ben. God placed those 3 guys in my life, all at the same time. And I don't take it as coincidence that they happen to come all at the same time, be there in my life all at the same time, and not be sent by God. I don't take it as coincidence. When these types of people come in your life, it's going to be very beneficial for you to remember certain things about them. so that you can build genuine relationships. As much as this is entire like business thing, whatever it might be, you're ambitious, you're starting a business, you're making different connections in sales, you're making different, as a sales rep, you're making different connections with business owners, whatever it might be, sales reps, whatever. Business owners, you're making different connections with other business owners so they can teach you more things. It is very important that you harbor a relationship first, and that you build a relationship. A relationship isn't just built, a friendship isn't just built through one interaction. It is built through a bunch of interactions. It is built, a relationship isn't just built, and a friendship isn't just built through one interaction. It is built through many. It is built through many. Think about it as a foundation. A foundation for a house is never built just like that. It takes multiple pours, multiple sets of rebar. It takes digging down into the depths, getting below the layers, right? Pouring that concrete in, slowly troughing it down, making sure that there's no air. It takes time to build a solid foundation. It takes time. So don't expect to build that relationship overnight, to make it easier on yourself. You need to actually sit down and write out some things about this person. Sit down and write out some things that you remember from your conversation. This is going to be an amazing exercise for you when it comes down to having a conversation and actively listening to someone. This is an amazing exercise that you can do. Do that. Practice your active listening. Practice your empathy. Practice your memory. Challenge yourself to remember things. Challenge your gratitude. Do that. That is what you should be doing. That is such an amazing thing to do. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and record one more video before I go to bed. Actually, it might just be two. Who knows? I'm in a good mood tonight. All right, ladies.